cabbies are Ubering people and then getting in their car and taking them to remote locations, beating the crap out of them.
That's messed up.
Flashionistas.com.
That's it.
Yeah. So we do custom temporary tattoos. They look like jewelry, but you put them on just with water.
That's a very unlikely kind of a market to get into. Driving Uber can make, $35-40 an hour.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. I mean, don't expect to make that every single day.
But that's what makes it fun, right? Knocking on doors and actually getting people to answer. And even if sometimes people say no, it's fine because at least they answered.
So other people can connect with you, and then this way it creates a nice ecosystem of all these entrepreneurs around the area who can just mingle with each other and do business with each other.
I think with entrepreneurs, they all have a product or a service that they want to promote and talk about. And then he broke his fast with me. It was Ramadan.
Yeah, I don't know. That's business people definitely want to tell their story.
Of course.
I can totally tell by your hair. Today's episode is brought to you by Refuel by DigiPower. Action-packed rechargeable batteries for your GoPro devices.
Gearbest.com.
Gearbest.com. Okay, so picking up Hayla. Hey guys, how you doing?
How are you?
I'm good. Hurry up because the car behind. So are we still going to the same destination?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are in something called the Uber experiment. So what we do is we essentially talk about big business, big ideas, and passion.
Oh, okay.
So
Cool.
that
sounds like a cool experiment.
what do you guys do?
We're actually the owners of Flashionistas.
And we're roommates.
Fashionistas?
Flashionistas. So we do custom temporary tattoos.
All jewelry inspired metallic tattoos. Have you heard of them before?
No. I've heard of the scratch-on stuff that you get in like cereal boxes and stuff.
No, this is a little bit different. She actually has them on right now.
So they look like jewelry, but you put them on just with water.
How does it work though? Do they last just as long as the regular ones, or?
They last up to 7 days, so they're temporary, and you can take them off easily if you want to change it up.
They're a huge fashion trend.
So you already have a company.
Yeah.
How'd you come up with the concept though? Because that's a very unlikely kind of a market to get into.
Well, I love fashion, and I'm always keeping up with the trends, and this was something that stood out to me.
I can totally tell by your hair.
Totally.
So I wanted to bring it to the Canadian market.
So you didn't invent this. You're just gonna take in the idea and marketing it in Canada?
Yeah, it's not really anybody's invention. It's more of a product. It's like an accessory, and we branded the accessory.
And the
So
brand
we
is
wanted to bring
Flashionistas.
Yeah, and the brand is Flashionistas, and we thought it'd be really cool, to bring it to the city, especially because we're very fashion forward, and there's a lot of great events that are always taking place.
Honestly, I've never heard of this.
People have, and that's why we're lucky to bring it to the market.
You must have done something around Toronto in terms of events or sponsorships.
Yeah, we've done actually a couple different events. We've partnered with Cabana. So we work
The
with
pool
them.
bar?
Yeah, Cabana Pool Bar.
You just give them a bunch of samples and have people walk around, and how does it work?
What we try and do is add value to the experience for the guests there. So everybody that comes to Cabana, we've actually did a custom tattoo collection for Cabana.
Okay.
And we set up like a promotional pop-up for all of the patrons there. And
So when you show up, you essentially, everybody gets a tat.
Yeah, exactly. Or anybody who's interested in getting a tattoo, we'll make sure they get one.
And how long do these last?
5 to 7 days.
And how
Well,
much?
you can take them off anytime you want. Like with a little bit of rubbing alcohol, baby oil, nail polish remover.
How do you guys sell this stuff then? Do you have a website or?
We kind of drive it in 3 different ways. One is events, like we mentioned. Cabana is one of them. We're also partnered with Electric Island. Electric Island is a pretty big festival that takes place on all the holidays throughout the summer.
So have you guys thought about doing, like Veld?
We've had the conversations and we're just trying to kind of solidify them.
I imagine that's probably like really difficult to do. I mean, I know myself trying to get sponsors
But that's what makes it fun, right? Like knocking on doors and actually getting people to answer. And even if sometimes people say no, it's fine because at least they answered.
Well, I mean,
That's a
it's
part of the experience.
It's like me driving around, and when I came up with the idea for this, it was completely accidental. You know, this mini web series.
Oh, cool.
If it becomes a mini web series, we would essentially interview people like yourselves, and you would hopefully share your insights and business knowledge with other people, so other people can connect with you. And then this way it creates a nice ecosystem of all these entrepreneurs around the area who can just mingle with each other and do business with each other. So that's the idea behind the site.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So
When
and
did
then
you come up with that idea?
like last week.
Oh,
Well,
really?
no. Well,
It's been that recent?
No. Sorry. The idea for the experiment, like what we're doing here, came out last week.
Okay.
It was a concept brewing in my head for the last like 3 years. I've always wanted to give back, and you know, given that entrepreneurial education is really important to me.
Yeah.
You guys know what it's like to be a business person. Like, you work for yourself. It's flexible. You love hearing no, because you know when you get a yes, it's that awesome feeling, right?
Yeah.
I want to educate people that it's not difficult to start a business, because Uber is just creating this awesome platform for everybody to become this business person, even if they don't know that they're becoming a business.
It's like you're a micro entrepreneur.
Yes, exactly. People that I was picking up were just highly intelligent. They all had small businesses, or they were marketing consultants. I went home and I was like, oh my God, like, everybody should listen to these people.
And you feel like you've met a lot of people who are passionate about what they're doing, or who have started a company, or...
Well, yeah, I mean,
business,
look,
like
you just
business.
even today, like, here are business cards that I've
nice.
gotten, right? Well, I don't know where it's going to lead, but if I know something or someone that can assist somebody, it's like paying it forward type of thing, right? But I got to ask about Uber, though. Do you guys take it often?
When I was in LA,
Okay.
I started taking it very often. I got introduced to it there while I was on vacation. I was like, it's the best thing in the world. Now I
LA.
dislike cab drivers.
Why do you
In the
dislike
city-
them?
In the city of Toronto, they're very aggressive, one. In terms of their driving style,
You kind of have to be, though, down here.
you kind of do have to be, but I feel like they don't really care about the rules of the road. You don't feel comfortable speaking to them as much as I've found you can easily feel comfortable speaking to an Uber driver. And I feel like it might be because things might be more relatable with Uber drivers. A lot of Uber drivers have their own businesses. They're doing something in their lives already, like separate from driving.
One guy said that he was picked up in a Tesla, like the new Tesla. And he asked him what he does, and he said, well, I'm basically an accountant, and I'll either sit in traffic for 2 hours after I'm done work at 4:30, or I'll drive around, meet some awesome people, and then go home after traffic.
That's it.
And
I met someone recently who has like crazy liquid assets. He has a number of properties. He used to manage hedge funds. Like, lots of money.
Yeah.
He was driving a brand new BMW.
Right.
Why are you driving this car? He's like, well, I didn't really have an option. It was either this or my X5. It's like, well, you're breaking it down between two very high-end cars, and those are your options.
Right.
Anyways, he's like, I totally stopped doing the whole hedge fund thing, mainly because of the stress that was involved and like the whole corporate culture that comes with it. And I started Uber. Like, I don't really need to work. I don't need to do Uber, but I do it because I enjoy talking to people.
Yeah, driving Uber during surges is actually pretty profitable.
Yeah.
I would say, I mean, I wouldn't do this full time just because my back is really killing me.
Yeah.
And my ass is numb, but
yeah.
you know, it can make, $35-$40 an hour.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good. I mean, don't expect to make that every single day, because I think I don't know what it's like to drive every day. I wouldn't do it every day.
Yeah.
But it is pretty good.
Yeah.
To supplement your income at least. Do you have any favorite Uber stories?
I had an Uber driver that we were both wearing red, and we bonded. We turned up the music. We partied a little.
Really?
And then he broke his fast with me, which was cool.
Wow.
It was Ramadan.
Yeah, I don't know if that's... So that's cool though, you guys party, right? Bad influence.
Oh, one time when I was in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Or no, we were in San Diego and we were using it. We were riding with this lady, and like we just started talking to her about like our vacation and what we want to do, and she ended up owning a boat. She took us out for a cruise for the day, and she's like, well, if you guys are interested, my husband and I are going out, and if you want to go on this cruise. We ended up paying a little bit, but
What, paying for the
nothing,
Uber ride or
no,
the
no,
boat?
No. Well, for sure we paid for Uber ride, but like, no, just for her taking us out. Like,
Uber's got tons of negative press because cabbies are losing medallions. You know what medallions are, right?
yeah,
Yeah, so they're worth a lot of money. All of a sudden, Uber comes in and they're worthless. And I don't know if you guys heard, but one of the riders told me that cabbies are Ubering people and then getting in their cars and taking them to remote locations and then beating the crap out of them.
that's messed up.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard about these stories, and I feel like, you know, you can't get mad at the fact that an industry is adapting and transforming with the times. If they can come in and disrupt an industry, of course it's going to make some noise and people are going to be angry about it. But here's my take on Uber. Here are a couple reasons why I think it has a huge effect. One is drinking and driving. I think looking at Uber X rates and the fact that they're pretty much half the price of a taxi ride has a huge influence on whether or not people make the decision to drive their car, especially in the downtown core. Why wouldn't I Uber? For sure. Like if I'm gonna go out on a night in the town or like go to a restaurant or go to a club.
Super affordable.
Super affordable. So that option's so convenient.
No longer have to wait.
Yeah, no longer have to do anything. It's all at the tap of a button.
You don't even have to worry about having cash or it's
Nothing.
just everything's done through the app, which is so convenient.
Exactly. The other thing is, we were talking about micro entrepreneurs. It gives people the opportunity. It has a positive effect on the economy because it's enabling people to have jobs.
But isn't it also eliminating jobs?
Well, those drivers can easily start driving Uber.
That is
but it's
true.
the people that hold the licenses that are upset. You guys are so convenient. It's such an easy process.
And I find myself like I'm driving a luxury car, but I would normally drive this because it's one expensive on the gas.
Yeah.
Like I find myself driving extremely cautiously,
Yeah.
and I'm not stressing that there are cars around me because I know that this isn't my daily thing.
Yeah.
Whereas
exactly.
taxi drivers, it is their daily thing, so they just want to get rid of you probably, just so they can move on to the next ride.
Yeah.
That's what I think, at least. So what do you guys think about what I told you regarding this whole, I guess, this experiment? And
It's cool, man. I think if it gives people the opportunity to kind of talk about what, like you said, what they're passionate about, then why not? And
well, some people aren't. Some people
Yeah,
don't
I
want
mean-
to chat, and that's fine.
I mean, that's fine, and you give them the option as to whether or not they want to be a part of this. What do you think?
I think with entrepreneurs, they all have a product or a service that they want to promote and talk about, and if you can provide that platform, I think that's great.
Well, it's not necessarily about like allowing the platform for them to promote themselves. That's a
But it's
secondary
like-
benefit.
It's
Yeah.
a way to, like, I think what she was saying is just like a way to be able to really tell a story. People want to tell their story.
Business people definitely want to tell their story.
Of course.
We're here, so just give me a second and I'll park it.
Thanks for a ride.
Thank you.
Thank you for paying for the ride. Thanks for the.
Anytime.
Do I have your permission to put this on YouTube or your TED Talks or anything like that?
100%.
Sure.
Well, it was great meeting
It
you.
was nice to meet you too.
Good luck with your tattoos.
Thank you.
Maybe
Appreciate
we
it.
have a card or something.
Yeah.
You want tattoos?
You guys have tattoos? I'm serious. Yeah, they have tattoos.
Do you want one?
I'll have one. Why not?
I have a little anchor for you.
This is- Oh, anchor. Oh, yes. I don't know if I put on my cheek, right?
Speaking.
Yeah, then I'll go to the wrong address. There. Okay, so what is this? Flashionistas.com.
That's it.
Yeah.
Again,
Alright.
it was great meeting you guys.
Thanks a lot.
Nice to meet you.
Ash and
Nice meeting you.
Hyla.
What's your name again?
Marcin.
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 All right, guys.
Cool, Marcin.
Okay, bye.
Bye.